All right, if you're able to, please rise and join us in singing Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed. I am Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, everywhere and always I am Spirit-Led. I am Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, everywhere and always I'm Spirit-Led, flowing like a river of peace. I am nature's wandering child. Love cannot be added to me. I am made complete in the divine. I am Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, everywhere and always I'm Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, everywhere and always I'm Spirit-Led. There's magic in every day, like a beautiful song. And as we're choosing our way, there's a voice inside to guide us along. We are Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, everywhere and always we are Spirit-Led. We are Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, everywhere and always we are Spirit-Led. We are Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, everywhere and always we are Spirit-Led. We are Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, everywhere and always we are Spirit-Led. Everywhere and always we are Spirit-Led. Everywhere and always we are Spirit-Led.
Woohoo! We're rocking it today. Yeah, we're going to shake it up today. So much good stuff. Oh, please be seated. Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us today. Oh, it's a gorgeous day, and it's a wonderful opportunity to be here together and open our consciousness, open our hearts, be in this moment, be open to what's present here, with what's available to us. And there's some good things available to us in store for this next hour. I just first want to let you know that this altar right here looks a little different than it has been, and this is kind of part of what we were doing yesterday. The board had a visioning retreat, and Oswaldo, who's sitting right here, led us in this visioning, and he let us borrow these stones they're from all over the world, and he's been using them in his practice, so they're really full of all kinds of positive energy. So open yourself, make yourself available to that positive energy that's coming your way. And we'll talk more about the results of that visioning. And to my left here is Reverend Pat Venema, who is joining me on the platform. And she will light the divine light candle. And I invite you to say our opening invocation together, which is on the sheet in the seat back in front of you. And also welcome to everyone who is watching on the Facebook feed. Or YouTube. We're in both places now. We're just including you in this space, knowing that you're joining us in that heart energy space, and the words are probably up on the screen for you now. So let's just take a nice deep breath. And together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God the good omnipotence. And so it is. All right.
Silence your cell phones, let them meditate also. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender. I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
Take a deep breath in and release. And we settle ourselves in our chairs and bring our attention to our bodies as we breathe again in and out. Bringing our attention to the breath helps us to bring our attention to the here and now, right here. And as we do our meditation, we remember to stay in this present moment, catching our mind if it goes anywhere into the past or the future or even outside of this building. Right now, right here, we are here. In fellowship with others who have joined, grateful to be a part of a community. Breathing in and out, we bring our attention to the heart, relaxing the mind. And the heart in the chest, beating as we breathe. Staying in this moment. Right now, we are fully human and fully divine. Bringing our attention to the depths of the heart, the body. We know that this body is fascinating, amazing, miraculous. Sourced by the divine. And in that wonderment, we are so grateful. Grateful for our health and wholeness. Grateful to be here, to be alive. Resting in the heart, knowing that divine love is our very nature. We expand the heart to accept ourselves fully as we are. And we expand the heart even further, knowing that we are touching those who are around us right now with our energy. Touching them with compassion, empathy, support, and celebration. Radiating that love to this entire room, to this entire community, whether we're separated by space and only connected by cyberspace. We are so grateful for the community that helps us grow and awaken to our amazing divinity. Now, we take a moment to be in silence, to remember that radiating heart that is healing every part of our bodies and touching others around us with love in the silence. Take a deep breath in, coming back to the body. And in this sacred moment, we hold in our hearts all those that we are especially concerned about today. I invite you to speak those people's names in a loud whisper, blessing them, seeing them whole and healthy and safe. We enclose in our prayers all those who have suffered from major changes in their lives from Hurricane Ida. So many, in such a large area of the country. We see them finding the resources they need, supported by friends, family, having a deep inner faith that sees things coming together for their highest good. And so many more concerns. We just see each person, each of our prayers touching the hearts of those who we're holding in prayer right now and feeling them feeling uplifted energetically by our love. And for this power of connection, we are so grateful. And so it is. Amen. Just take another deep breath. Come back into this space. Open your eyes. Take a look around. Breathing. Yep, some people are coming in. Come on in, have a seat. And I invite you to take that sleeve out of the back of the seat in front of you if you'd like to speak our vision and mission together from this sacred, powerful space we're in. Join me with the vision statement. Together, we envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission, we center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness. And we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. So it is.
Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. So I'm having a little chaos and resolution of chaos in my own personal life. My uncle, who is 94, lives in Seattle, and we know the day that he will be moving on, transitioning. And so I'm going out there next week, next Sunday after service. And he's not been a great figure in my life, but more a beacon of creativity, because he is a sculpture person in Seattle. You can Google him. He has a couple sculptures in a couple big banks. Anyway, I created this song over last year when he started to fall away, and that's it. It's called Phil's Gallery, and Andreas and I came up with a new arrangement yesterday. So I hope the new arrangement works well, and I hope you enjoy this.
Thank you. That was just beautiful. That's beautiful. And we hold your relative in our hearts and in our prayers. Good morning. Good morning. Is this on? And hello to all of you on Facebook and YouTube. So glad you could be with us today. So many of you know that I was on a little retreat. It was just 3 days, but kind of enough to get away and get off the grid and do some self-exploration, and it was in nature, in the forest, and kind of away from everything. And at night, I went outside and just looked up at the sky and the stars. I mean, when you get away from the city and you're, there's just millions of stars that you don't normally see. I have a little app on my phone, actually, that tells you what the planets are and the constellations. Have you seen that before? You hold it up here, and it's very cool. So I was thinking about, the big questions. Well, how did this all come about? How did we all come about? How did the whole universe happen? So the going theory is Big Bang, right? The Big Bang theory. Fun show. But the Big Bang is the thing that, most people think. And it brings to mind for me this like chaotic eruption from non-physical, or we might say consciousness, that explodes into matter, which scatters particles every which way, kind of randomly all over the place. And those particles become swirling clusters that eventually become galaxies, that eventually have stars and planets, and eventually, become our planet Earth. And so I think about, well, what was before the Big Bang? What was there before? Was it a blank slate? Was it just pure consciousness? And what happened the moment before the Big Bang? Did God or universal consciousness take a deep breath and go, wow, I have to be expressed? I don't know. What is it? Now, currently, there are some cosmologists that say that the creation of the universe was anything but chaotic, anything but random. In fact, they say that it was so precise, so ordered, so intelligent, that if it had been off like by 1/1,000,000th of a degree, that we would never have the elements that now support life. Now that's precise. That's intentional. And, it seems kind of random and chaotic to us. Life sometimes seems random and chaotic to us, but that's because we're not seeing the big picture, right? We're seeing only a fragment. We're not seeing the big picture. We're only seeing, in this moment. It's kind of like we're navigating our way down a long, dark hallway where only one light at a time, where we're standing, comes on. Those motion detector lights that only come on as you're standing there, and everything in front of you is dark. It's kind of what life is like, right? We're only aware of this moment. We only know what's here. And kind of what we do with this moment, what we think, who we are, what we're believing, is going to impact, everything in the future, right? Is going to see how that comes out. But, it's in that darkness, in that unknown, in that fertile void, as some people call it, where all creation is birthed. Where all new creation is birthed. In that unknown, that dark. Now, most of us are very uncomfortable being in the unknown, right? Some people are terrified of being in the unknown. It's particularly when there's been a shakeup or some kind of big event that's kind of negative. And in that place of, well, how is this going to turn out? What does this all mean? Where is this going? Am I going to be okay? That unknown place. But if we can learn to lean into the unknown and trust that there is a divine order that underlies everything, that there's a divine unfolding that is taking place, even though we can't see it. And in that moment, in that trust, in that embrace, we are creating the light of what's to come. So, you don't have to look far to see the divine order and harmony that is at the center of everything, really. If just look to nature, look at this planet. This planet is so incredibly spherically round, perfect spherical shape. And our moon, perfect spherical shape. I remember the first time I looked in a telescope at the moon, I was overwhelmed. I mean, first of all, it's beautiful, but I was really struck by how perfectly spherical it is, and because it looks so flat, when you're looking at it with your naked eye. It's only a paper moon, the paper sky. But when you're seeing it in a telescope, it looks really solid and perfectly spherical. And that's true with every body, every celestial body. And we can also see the perfect order and pattern reflected in a nautilus shell or a fern frond that is unfolding, or a spider webs, or honeycombs, fractals. In mathematics, they have the golden ratio. Anybody ever heard of that? Golden ratio, yeah? Or Fibonacci numbers. Yeah, okay, good. Well, tell me what it is, because I don't know exactly. I just know it has something to do with perfect symmetry and pattern, right? That is constant everywhere. I mean, that's the thing. This perfect order and pattern is constant everywhere. It's at the heart of everything. So that's what we can bring to mind. That's what we can remember when we're in the dark, when we can't see, when we can't see the divine in something. We can bring to mind this perfect divine order that underlies everything. And that's going to help us lean into the unknown, trust that there is a perfect pattern. There's perfect harmony. There's divine perfection right there and in everything. All right? So chaos theory, this whole thing about chaos theory is ironically about the underlying pattern and the interconnectedness of everything. So this is Wikipedia's definition of chaos theory. Chaos theory is an interdisciplinary theory stating that within the apparent randomness of chaotic complex systems, there are underlying patterns, interconnectedness, constant feedback loops, repetition, self-similarity, fractals, and self-organization. That doesn't sound like chaos to me. That sounds like divine intelligence, right? And how many of you have heard of the butterfly effect? Yeah, butterfly effect is part of this chaos theory. And it's, where one small change in one thing, in one location, can have a huge impact somewhere else later on. I think it was originally used to kind of describe weather patterns. And the common example that you always hear is a butterfly flapping its wings in Chile, can cause a hurricane in China. Now that's interconnection. And because everything is interconnected, all action has an effect. All action has an effect. I guess the chaos kind of comes in, you don't know where that's going to show up or how it's going to show up, right? And, science always uses negative examples, to describe something. But it could also be said that a smile given to somebody in Chile can cause a life to be saved in China. We can say that too. That can be true too. What we do know is that every act of kindness, every prayer uttered somewhere has a large effect somewhere else. Every prayer that you utter in this moment is being felt by somebody and can have an effect, a large effect somewhere else. The prayers that you were just offering at the end of Pat's guided meditation, that's being felt right now by someone, somewhere. Hopefully the people that you're sending it to. But, they need to be open to it, right? And that one prayer can go on. It can move on. It can move on and have a large impact somewhere we don't know. No prayer is ever wasted. No act of kindness is ever wasted. It has an effect. All actions have an effect. It's going to have an effect somewhere. This is why World Day of Prayer is so important. This is Unity Organization. The whole Unity Organization, most Unity churches and spiritual centers agree to come together the second Thursday of every September and have been since 1994 and come together and focus affirmative prayer together and send it out to the world. Prayer is a powerful technology. Even when one person utters a small prayer, it's powerful. But now you combine that with thousands of others praying at the same time for an extended period. And now you've got a force that can really move something. It's a force that can heal and uplift and prosper and reveal harmony, reveal wholeness, reveal peace that was not there before. It's powerful. Now, we don't know, how that's going to show up exactly, but it's not our business to know. Our business is to flap our metaphorical butterfly wings in a field of love and know it'll have an effect. No, it'll have an effect. So, the last few weeks we've been talking about, the stuff that's kind of going on in the world and how we're living on a planet that is increasingly rebelling, and we're still in this pandemic that seems never ending, and there are people who are in some dire circumstances in different places in the world, and we've been talking about, some possible causes, some possible, underlying causes of why that might be so. But we don't know. We're in that place of unknown. We are in the unknown. We're in that, how is this going to turn out? Where is this going to go? Am I going to be okay? Are the ones that I love going to be okay? Again, we can't see the whole picture, right? We're only seeing this moment, this fragment right here. We're not seeing the whole picture. This is when we need to embrace the unknown. This is when we need to lean into it and trust that divine order that underlies everything. Trust that the divine unfoldment is taking place even though we can't see. This is where we want to enter the unknown. We want to enter this place, enter this trust, this place of creation, of possible creation, this fertile void, we could look at it that way, and add our prayers, add our positive thoughts, flap our metaphorical butterfly wings, our loving butterfly wings, and do this. And it calls forth the divine order that is inherent. It can give birth to a new creation, a beautiful creation. It's kind of what we're all about in this moment. You know, I mentioned a little bit earlier, we had this board retreat yesterday that Oswaldo helped to lead and let us borrow these beautiful rocks that were a part of this. And it's all about kind of, we're in this place of the unknown. So what's possible here? Let's open up. Let's see the possibility. Let's add our prayers. Let's add our intention and our positivity. What could be birthed here? What's possible? Let's flap those butterfly wings. You know, yeah. Got it? Rasheen's flapping her butterfly wings. Yeah, there we go. Everybody's flapping their butterfly wings now. That's it. No, this has an effect, right? With this energy of love, this energy of intentionality, this energy of trusting that the universe is, the underlying force is good, is harmony, is divine order and perfect pattern, embracing that truth, claiming it, calling it forth. If you were in a place in your life right now, you know, where you feel like, geez, I don't know. I don't know where this is going. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you feel nothing's really happening, or maybe there's a challenge. Or if you know somebody's like that, somebody is there, just take a moment, close your eyes. Just either think of your own situation or somebody you know. Let's just breathe together. And just know in this sacred moment that there is an underlying divine order here. There is a perfect pattern. There is a divine unfoldment taking place. And we are adding our love combined together, multiplied. Everyone here, everyone watching at home, we're adding our energy, our prayer, our prayerful intention that harmony is being revealed, that there's an opening, that there is something beautiful and magnificent being born in this moment for you or for the person you love. This is a new moment right now. We lean into it. We embrace it. We know the truth. That peace is there. Abundance is there. Harmony is there. Infinite good is there. Divine direction and guidance and intelligence is there. Breathe that in. Feel that opening, either in your life or the life of the person that you're thinking about. And bring yourself back. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. And together, we say, and so it is. Namaste.
Good morning. This song is about just that. Reverend Victoria, this is about finding the silver lining in the challenging times. you're sitting in the middle of the storm, when you can't see beyond the gray. You've tried everything that worked before, and you still feel you've lost your way. Remember how you got this far, how many times you walked right through the dark. You are braver than you know. There's always a glimmer of light for you to follow. Whatever you can't see on the other side, there is a choice even in the hard times. Whatever you look for, you'll find. So look for the silver lining. Look for the silver lining. And find that crack of light that wants to shine. It's how you frame it in your mind. Yeah, just move to one side just a little bit. 'Cause what you see now is not all of it. Remember how you got this far, how many times you walked right through the dark. You are braver than you know. There's always a glimmer of light for you to follow. Whatever you can't see on the other side, there is a choice even in the hard times. Whatever you look for, you'll find. So look for the silver lining. Look for the silver lining. Look for the silver lining. Remember how you got this far, how many times you've walked right through the dark. You are braver than you know. There's always a glimmer of light for you to follow. Whatever you can't see on the other side, there is a choice even in these hard times. Whatever you look for, you'll find. Whatever you can't see on the other side, there is this choice even in the hard times. Whatever you look for, you'll find. So look for that silver lining. Look for the silver lining. Look for the silver lining. Thank you.
We were just saying how beautiful that was to match her talk. It was wonderful. It was lovely to see how things just come together. Thank you. This is our chance to say thank you to Unity Center of Peace, to get our donation out, and for those of us like myself who was a whatever you call it, sustainer, whatever, get that little red green card out and hold it, and And you know, when we get our emails or texts from UCP that says, thank you for being a sustainer, stop for a moment and just say a prayer. You know, a blessing to this community, to everyone who puts their effort in and carefully thinks things through for us to make this a community that we cherish. So if you're ready, and there's other ways to give if you're not ready now. A lot of us don't carry cash anymore, so inside this insert, there's all kinds of ways that you can follow through later to give. And I'll say our blessing, which I have to look at and make sure I get it right. And it's on the very bottom of the handout here, divine love. Ready? Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And we are grateful.
I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm aware of all my blessings, so much love I can't sit still. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm aware of all my blessings, so much good I can't sit still. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. Happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm aware of all my blessings, so much peace I can't sit still. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled.
Thank you. Oh, all right. So thank you so much for opening your heart and sharing your love in this form, in this way, so that we will continue to be here and offer this and even more. We just bless these gifts, these acknowledgments, these gratitudes, these expressions of love, knowing that it goes forth to help build a thriving community. And that energy of circulation circulates back to the giver and shows up in their life abundantly. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is.
So it is.
Yes, and I wanted to welcome, if there's anybody who is here visiting us for the first time, if you would just raise your hand. And yeah, hello over there. We're so glad to have you here. Mary, if you would, yes, and one here. Danielle, wonderful. We welcome you. We appreciate your being here and adding your energy and your open hearts to this community. There's a blue or purple card on the outside. If you want to fill that out on both sides and return it back to Mary, there's a free gift for you in there. And after the service, we have some refreshments on the back deck, and that's a good time to, get to know you better. So please join us for that. All right, and do you have one piece of music, or we're going to the announcements first?
Announcement? No, okay. I'll sit down.
Yeah, I think yeah.
We have music.
This is the music.
It says music, then announcements here on my little sheet. I don't know. I'm
Gotta follow
just trying to
us then.
follow along,
I need to follow this a little better.
Please welcome up Karen Novi one more time to help us out here. And Andreas on drums really adds a lot to our music.
And
This
Chris
is-
Whitenack on piano and vocal.
Yeah, thank you. This is a
Give him
little
some
song
good-
by Jackson Brown. There is a little bit of Christian music, Christian references here in this tune, and a little bit of 70s language, which some of you will understand. Some of you will go, wow, that was a long time ago. So. Oh, people, look around you. The signs are everywhere. You're waiting for somebody other than you to be the one to care. You're lost inside your houses now. There's no time to find you now. While your walls are turning and your towers are burning, gonna leave you here. Try to get down to the sea somehow. The road is filled with homeless souls, every woman, child, and man, who have no idea where they will go, but they'll help you if they can. Now everyone must have some thought that's gonna help them pull through somehow. While the fires are raging hotter and hotter, the sisters of the sun are gonna rock me on the water now. Rock me on the water. Sister, will you soothe my fevered brow? Oh,
Yeah,
rock me on the water. I'll get down to the sea somehow.
I'll get down to the sea somehow.
Oh, people, look among you. It's there your hope must lie. There's a seabird above you, guiding in one place, like Jesus in the sky. Now everyone must have some thought, and then know to do the best or the proud. When my life is over, I will stand before the Father, but the sisters of the sun are gonna rock me on the water now. Rock me on the water. Sister, will you soothe my fevered brow? Oh, rock me on the water. Maybe I'll remember. Maybe I'll remember how. Rock me on the water. The wind is with me now. Rock me on the water. I'll get down to the sea somehow.
I'll get down to the sea somehow.
Rock me on the water.
Ooh,
Rock me now.
ooh,
Rock me on the water.
ooh.
Maybe I'll remember.
Maybe I'll remember how.
Rock me on the water.
Yeah, rock me on the water.
Rock me now.
Oh,
Rock me
on
on
the
the
water. Rock me on the water.
Rock me
On the water.
I'll get down to the sea somehow.
Yeah, I'll get down to the sea somehow.
That was so fun.
Oh, it was fun, wasn't it? Let's do it again.
Yeah. The sound in here was great. I don't know if it carried into the internet, but if it didn't sound that good, come in here next week. That was awesome. Thank you. So fun. The little slip that's paper that's in your handout wasn't mentioned yet, and I wanted to bring that up with the first announcement, which is it's about the World Day of Prayer that Victoria mentioned during her talk. It's happening on this week, on Thursday, And this is part of it. What you can do is write names of people you'd like to hold in prayer, in vigil, and submit this paper to this church where? In the prayer box back there on the back table. And these will be held in prayer vigil during our time here on Thursday, and also sent to Silent Unity for continued prayer over them for 30 days. So this is what's happening all over the country. When I was a student at Unity Village and a prayer associate with Silent Unity, the World Day of Prayer was the most fantastic ceremony. And when we got to the Silent Unity auditorium in that building where all the these things were, there were stacks and stacks and stacks of shoeboxes full of these things from all over the country. And so we could just go in and take one and sit with it and just page through and bless all the names on each one, and then set it down and meditate and pick up another one. And this happened all day long for 24 hours with whoever's there at the village who can hold that vigil together with. So it's special, it's fabulous, and I think it's going to be televised, so somehow, or not televised, but streamed. So see if you can find that at Unity headquarters, at probably Unity Chapel Hill or Unity Village Chapel or something. I don't know where. Unity.org. There's so many. Shall we give them a link?
There's a link on the website.
Great. So, so the event that we're having here, it's listed at a different time than what the leaders decided to do, because it's getting dark around 7 now, so they're going to move it back to 6 p.m. So anywhere it's written 7, change it to 6. It's at 6 o'clock this Thursday here at the Labyrinth. Other things you can do besides joining, at Unity, it is at unity.org, World Day of Prayer, WDOP. You can write yourself a prayer request and send it in. You can call Silent Unity, maybe for the first time in your life. Call Silent Unity this week and experience that blessing as well. And then come to UCP and share the sacred space with us. All right, so also what's happening this week is Wednesday, the drumming outdoors. Safe for all of us, even those who aren't vaccinated, to come and drum together. That's also in your handout at 7 p.m. There's an Adopt the Highway cleanup going on the 18th of September, Saturday the 18th at 9:30. So if you'd like to join the team that does our little strip of the roadway out here, it's pretty long. It's maybe a half a mile or so. It's great fun and really helpful to keep that looking good. Victoria is offering a prayer workshop. This is Saturday and Sunday on a weekend of the September 25 and 26. And this is it's open for everyone. If you want to know what this affirmative prayer stuff is that we're talking about with Unity, please come to this weekend workshop. And if you're interested in serving as a prayer team member, you must attend something like this or the equivalent. So I'm the prayer team lead, so if you'd like to talk to me about what that means to be part of the prayer team, I'd be happy to talk to you. And there's a sign-up sheet in the back for you to sign up for the workshop that Victoria is offering, September 25 and 26. And then there's the No Plastic Pledge. When I read this in our newsletter, I thought, oh, there's going to be a ton of us signing up for this because we're already doing a lot of this. So I went and looked at the clipboard and nobody was signed up, so I signed myself up.
No, there was another photo.
Okay, good. Today, no one signed up except me so far. But to pledge, good, to pledge to not use any single-use plastics like straws and fountain drinks and things like that. I even feel bad using plastics that aren't single use. So, let's keep doing our part to just do our part to keep this planet healthy, or make it healthy. So please go ahead and sign up to do that, just to be a conscientious conservationist in our world. What else? Is there anything else? Oh, yes. We're laughing because I'm the one who's the coach of that team. After church, after the service, Joanne is here and Pat Webster are here to lead you in a lovely, inspiring, affirmative prayer, one-on-one. Where will you guys be looking for people? In the lobby. Not going down the hall, just in the lobby. Okay, and if you're going for snacks and conversation, you can go outside and find the pray people in the lobby. Okay. Yes?
We've got your back. The point person for September is Mel. Just to let you know that. It's a committee for people who have needs and need to be supported.
Okay. All right. So let's say our prayer of protection, and let's go one back up. Let's remember we have children here, and we have children in our hearts. Let's give them a blessing, and it's the unity blessing. It's in your handout, but if you don't know it, just listen and follow along. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ as you. Amen. And the prayer of protection. I guess you could stand up. Let's stand up. We used to do it in a circle. We're just... The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let me be with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment